Yarick Yenning, thank you so much for joining us here. I guess when you take a look around and see what was once your home, I can't imagine how you're feeling now.
How the feeling I cannot explain because it's so hard in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, you just
Listen,
said
this is my sport room. There's two Peloton bikes. There was a ping pong table. There was all the weights. There was computer. Oh my
Dang,
goodness!
bro.
For $10,000 for
All right, we good, I
her
think.
art. She don't even wanna mention that. She
Hold on,
don't
let me
even
check.
wanna see the pictures today.
what made you come back here today? Are you looking for
Oh, I
anything?
was waiting till the fire go
Surreal, mod.
down so I can
Surreal.
see what
Oh no.
was destroyed and what I can find.
Have you found anything?
I did.
What did
My
you?
wife, she asking me if she forget in the corner of the kitchen a diamond ring. So I found the diamond, but it's melted in the gold.
That's okay. We're
Oh,
going to call
okay.
that a
Sorry,
small
sorry, sorry.
victory. No, that is okay.
I mean,
You found it. You found something. It
I
is
did.
okay to be excited about
It's
that.
from her mom.
Oh.
So I was like archaeologing for like 2 hours almost.
Now, you were here on Tuesday night before you evacuated, and you said you could see the flames coming towards
Oh
you.
yeah, it came
Assuming.
directly like it was far on the mountain, and you can see through the tree and the branches like there was like already some big fire, and it just pushed the tornado storm to the this side east south, uh, and so I decided I was seeing like how fast it was. It was like going so fast. I never see that before because we have a fire in 2022. It was
Further
close to
back,
the
yeah.
Wilson and observatory, but no wind.
Oh yeah, this
This
dude
was
Monster, he
crazy.
pushed it
It just came
two
in so
streams
I
back.
fast.
was just so scared, and so I took just the safety
And you just
for my
left.
family. Yeah.
Well, I know it's going to be a long recovery. Are you planning on rebuilding, or do you know yet?
Oh, we already talked. I mean, like, we are already Thursday, so we already talked with my wife, and we already kind of like deciding. We are close to the decisions, but we have to go forward because, if you just blame what happened and nothing to do, so there's nothing to do. I will say so. I mean, like, we have to go forward.
You have to go forward. Yes, you
Yeah.
do. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I know that this is just one of so many of these homes that is destroyed because of the Eaton fire, and it is just the beginning for so many of these families who will have to make that decision to either rebuild or to move on, and it is a tough one for each and every one of them. For now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Dang, bro.
All right, thank you, Joy. And, we continue to monitor the Kenneth fire burning near Woodland Hills. It's kind of in that Las Virgenes area of Calabasas area. It's kind of in a middle area. A lot of people are trying to figure out exactly where it is.
And if you've been watching us over the last few minutes or so, look what the difference here. A lot of wispy smoke here. It looks a little better. They've had a lot of resources on this fire. And our Mike Rogers at the desk, you've been monitoring the situation here and following the fight from the air. What's the latest?
Yeah, and that's what Amy and I were just talking about. I was talking about the control room too, about what we should call this. It is kind of near Woodland Hills. It's more in the Ventura County, I guess more of a wilderness area, the Upper Las Virgenes open space preserve area, north of Calabasas and northwest of the Hidden Hills area. So, but yeah, Juan, as you pointed out, things looking significantly better than what we saw before, and that is thanks to that massive air attack that they were able to put on this. We have not seen any structures burn at all. It looks like now, and I don't even really see, I mean, there's a little bit of open flame there, but at this point, it looks like they're just trying to kind of mop up some of the hot spots and get things out. And thanks to that low-lying vegetation, that they were able to not have that grow too exponentially. But yeah, as you pointed out, Juan, earlier, and I don't remember if you said this on the air when we were talking off air, but the smoke looks a lot more wispy, right? It's thinner. It looks a lot better than it did. Now, I want to be clear, though, the evacuation orders and warnings remain in place right now for the Mountain View community, the Hidden Hills community. The Agora Hills community is under a voluntary evacuation, and the Calabasas neighborhood north of the 101 is under the mandatory evacuations. And let me just check the Ventura County ones, but I believe those are still just voluntary as well in the Bell Canyon and the Oak Park area. So yeah, this is the Kenneth fire. And let me look at another update here and see if we've got any acreage update. But last they were saying, so no update on acreage yet, but they were still calling it about 50 acres.
Yeah, early
so,
on it was 50 acres, and I'm guessing it did grow a little bit,
a little
Mike,
bit,
right?
yeah. I did, yeah. I think it did grow a little bit. I don't, probably
There's another
not
water
too much.
drop.
Yeah, that's a Ventura County Fire helicopter that is doing that drop. So making good progress. I think we're going to be in a good situation here. And again, no structures have burned that we've seen yet. Did come pretty close though, as it got into that, kind of Hidden Hills, Mountain View community, and even right here, we did see it burn up. I think it was a tennis court that it burned up right against to, but it didn't get into that area, which is good news.
Yeah, and so many people have really done great brush clearance around their properties because they learned the valuable lesson during the Woolsey fire, how important it is to keep that brush cleared.
Yeah.
And, the fire department will fine you if you aren't clearing what you need to do. So, we see now how important it is, and it is really amazing to see all of this action being taken over the area, all of the aircraft, fixed wings, helicopters, all battling
they
this
got the
fire so
tankers,
quickly and
bruh.
really making some great progress.
Look at this aero tanker here, Mike. These are the ones that drop retardant, right?
Yeah, so that's the MD-80 that is flying, and these are the ones that drop retardant. These are the big guys
Look at
that
that.
can do this is Tanker 107, and it is, they're filling up out of Fox Field, which is up the county-owned airport in Lancaster. That's where they've been storing all these guys. And they go up there, they'll do a drop, and then they'll come back and get more. But these guys can really do some incredible work with the amount of retardant they're able to do.
To drop, right?
Yeah, I'm just listening to some of the radio traffic here. I guess the fire is
Too
spawning
bad.
a little
They
bit
do what?
to
I say so.
Chesborough
Too
Canyon.
bad.
So we'll see. I mean, it sounds like they know where things are at and they're able to kind of keep an eye on it. But yeah, they do have that evacuation. Yeah, they're talking about where they want to drop this. So they'll do that. Erickson Aero Tanker, that's a third-party company. So what's interesting about the retardant dropping planes like this, I mean, CAL FIRE's got a
Too
couple of
bad.
them, but
You do
your
what
real
I say
big ones
so.
are
Too
actually
bad.
private companies that
You
do
do what I
contracts
say
with
so.
CAL
Too bad.
FIRE and the other fire agencies
What
to
I say
drop
so.
these things.
Too
So
bad.
he's circling. They're looking for the exact right spot. They've got spotters up there, of course, that are giving them the, kind of the direct
Okay,
area
let me
where
see
they think they should
them.
drop these things. So that's what's coordinating on going on up there right now. So we'll see our retardant drop. I'm
See
sure from
more of
here
that
pretty soon.
YouTube video.
And you know what's so impressive, Mike? These size planes, it's not like a helicopter that can hover. They need to keep flying. They need to keep in forward motion.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And the precision that they do what they do is impressive every time I see it.
I am just constantly in awe of these aircrafts like
Too
this. I mean,
bad.
these are,
They do what
it's
I
not
say
certainly
so. Too
not
bad.
a massive
do what
aircraft
I
like
say
we've,
so.
like
Too
you fly
bad.
on a commercial plane, but still, these are large aircraft that
Yeah.
they're dropping very low to the ground. Targets effective. If you've ever been in a
Okay, let's
Their
finish.
house leveled.
Let's finish this.
Jesus.
Jeez, man.
I can't describe to you what it's like to see this with my own two eyes right now. It is truly kind of haunting. And then on this side, luckily they were spared. All it takes is for the flames to jump across the street, one little ember with the wind. All it takes is for the flames to jump across the street, one little ember with the wind. Another structure fire actively burning right here. This guy's house is just burning. Does he know? Is he here? Is that person here? This house is on fire. I would assume they know. That, man.
Oh, that one's still on fire.
Trying their best to put it out. Look at this house on the left. This is the one that we saw is burning. It's done.
Dang.
It's completely toast.
Yep.
Still on fire.
It's like a house that
Truly
was built like in the
unbelievable.
60s. 67, like late 60s, early 70s.
Man. The wildlife, man, that's one thing I really think about.
I saw people say like, "Oh, people are gonna loot the houses." I'm like, no, they can't because there's nothing left.
In these scenes, dude. So
By the
in
time
this
you get
direction, as you can see, all
evacuated,
that
they're already
smoke,
gone.
there's
The
tons of
fire's
active
already
fire
there.
still. Like, it is like this place got bombed. That's what you would think with how much fire there is. Like, there's still so much burning.
It does look like neighborhoods got bombed.
It's crazy. All right, we're gonna go this way. I see a big fire burning currently. I mean, everywhere you look, man. Look at this. Main thing you got to worry about, gas lines. Still a little baby fire right there too.
Gas lines.
National
method
Guard
line.
is on its way out here right now.
Yeah, you never see this amount of people in the streets.
Just devastation on every single block.
You just don't see this. Like, all these streets
Neighbors
are
out here
empty
doing
always.
their best
Always.
to protect what's left. This block really got hit hard. That house is gone. The smell here is insane. Still burning right there.
It's gas.
Car totally toast.
Car is done.
This street got hit real hard, man.
Jeez.
Dang, man. That's the most powerful thing we're gonna see today, man. That guy laid out, just gave up.
That guy was.
man.
Jeez. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this guy just looks defeated, bro.
Dang, man. That's the most powerful thing we're gonna see today, man. That guy laid out, just gave up. Firefighters fighting this one right here. Probably trying to do their best to just do what they can.
Ah, no, man, that's it.
To be honest though, it's tough.
A lot of chimneys.
Good Lord, man, I was not ready for this. Not ready for the things I was gonna see today. Those are some powerful scenes just on that street alone. Everybody looked so completely defeated, man. That's the only way I can really describe it. Everyone looked completely defeated,
Dude, the sky.
sad, done. No really other way to put it. I don't see any news out here, man. I don't know. No news coverage for this stuff. This is just the aftermath, really. More houses just completely just gone. Entire neighborhood leveled. Just completely leveled. This is a pretty, really strong smoke. Oh my God.
Dude, look how thick it is. Oh, there it is.
Oh my God. This house recently caught on fire.
This is Amber
I mean,
Alerts.
it's over. Jesus Christ, man.
Millions
Feeling
and
of
millions of
lawlessness is
dollars.
like, it cannot be overstated how dangerous it feels being out here right now. But I mean, the reality is there's not much happening. No one's really, you know, there's not much anyone can do about any of this. People are just kind of hovering around. Looks like they're all ready to go if they need to, but it's not like the wind is not creating a factor of like, you need to get out of here. Crazy. Construction.
Again?
Here on Mendocino
Good?
Street. I really don't know my way around here, so we're gonna be playing it by
Whoa,
ear.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
and playing
check,
it
check.
as cool as we can. Hear my voice crack? Yeah.
Whoa. Too bad. They do.
It's
Too
real
bad.
it's real smoky out here,
Too
man.
bad.
There's clearly not enough firefighters to go around. Look at that beautiful BMW parked in the, look at this tree, completely.
That was from the winds.
Enough firefighters to go around. Look at that
Yeah, that wasn't from no fire. That was from the wind. From the winds.
beautiful BMW parked in the, look at this
Wow, that's a big tree.
tree, completely uprooted. Jesus Christ. Things burning just all over still.
Mind you, there was winds before the fires.
Fire department doing what they can. Oh shit. These are down power lines.
Oh shoot.
Oh, that fire's out of control. Power lines. They can't, oh shit. These are down power lines. Oh, that fire's out of control. Really don't want to touch the power lines. We're just gonna get a, look at that, bro. People are just walking out casually. Jesus Christ. Okay. We're out of here. We're getting out of here. Going that way is really no man's land. Going further that way really starts to feel like no man's land. I don't know. I think everyone has gotten out of that area behind us. Like there's no reason to be over there. Jeez, man. That's the first thing I need to keep an eye out for, that down power lines. I rode right over those. Luckily I'm on rubber tires. Didn't even notice. That could have been the end of Hicks. Still smoldering, man. Fire department, it looks like they probably did what they could to get most of these fires out and under control, but you know, how much can you really get under control in a situation like this when it's just like
Everywhere.
everything's burning, man. Everything is burning. When the new construction is untouched, like I think these guys are on Surons. Wow. Car collection is just completely up in smoke.
Dang.
Everything's gone, 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 gone. Everywhere you look, destruction. Jesus Christ. New fires starting everywhere we go. Everywhere we go, we're seeing new fires starting. What are you even supposed to do? I'm gonna turn it around here. All right, we're gonna go in a big circle back around. I mean, there's a lot of ground to cover out here, folks, and it's only gonna get worse again as the night goes on because the winds are supposed to start picking up. There's another down power line. Gotta do my best to avoid that. That, look, you see that little ember right there? That's gonna catch that whole bush is gonna catch on fire from that one little ember. This house is burning bad, man. This lady's just standing there. Your house is gone, folks. Y'all gotta go. I wanna get behind this truck. Damn, man. I mean, what are you supposed to say, man? What are you supposed to say? Everything you own and love is just burning up right in front of you. What else can you do besides stand there, you know?
Nothing.
I ain't even mad at him. All right, we're gonna tear a little bit. We're gonna go down this way.
What kilometers or miles?
Look at this. Whole tree down. We're gonna go check that out in a second. Jesus. Another entire tree came over. I can only imagine how powerful the winds must have been here. It had to have been so much more insane than where even I lived, because I thought they were bad there. Clearly not even close. Tons of leveled houses here. Person's in there filming their house. This looks like it could be the National Guard. I don't know, or some type of undercover, something. Sheriff. We're gonna be careful going through here too much. It's a full-blown disaster zone. There's still trees burning. Big fire over there in the distance. I mean, this seems impossible to get under control even at this moment. It is just every block is just more destruction. It's like we were attacked. It's like US was attacked. That's kind of how it feels with the amount of destroyed houses. This is where we got to start being careful in this area. If we get stuck out here, it's going to be really hard to get back. Lots of leveled houses, man. Beautiful homes, I'm sure. Extremely beautiful homes, just leveled. Old folks probably left and came back. Fire everywhere you look. Everywhere you look, there's still things burning.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Again?
We got a big truck coming right at us. I think it's a heavy fire
We
truck.
good?
I'm gonna get across the street, man. Go this way.
OBS, what's happening? Whoa. OBS. Whoa.
Car, you should have your recirculation on so the outside air is not coming into the car. And you should make sure your filters in the home have been upgraded and changed, especially if you have the AC or the heat on. But absolutely, you should not be outside at this time.
Okay, doctor, so you know we have our masks out
Dang.
here as well because the air is very hard to
Dang.
breathe all over Los Angeles. Doctor, we thank you for that. Still ahead tonight, a glimmer of hope among the rubble. Our Jacob Soboroff takes us to his childhood synagogue, miraculously standing amid so much devastation, the symbol of resilience for that community as the building is spared from the flames. Stay with us.
Can you beat Elden Ring as king?
And we could see that there's so much damage,
frick
not
was that
only
on
to the
my- I just
homes,
saw
but
it.
to the entire landscape of it. There's trees up there that started the fire and came up rushing through this neighborhood. And joining us right now, we got Ted. And Ted, I mean, you are here hunkered down in your house, which thankfully has survived, but you kind of have like a time stamp of when things really got bad. So talk to us about what you saw.
I spent the day on the beach because I didn't know how dangerous the situation was, but then I realized the fire seemed to be isolated house by house. So I walked back up to my house around 5 p.m. Tuesday. Then I noticed a very bright fire under the vegetation, under that gate leading into the Getty Villa property. And the fire then spread. By 6 p.m., this house was ablaze. And I watched the flames just lick it all up, piece, foot by foot by foot. It spread slowly up the hill, got the roof. Eventually, by 8 p.m., this house was on fire.
It's just hour by hour.
Hour by hour, the flames just licked up piece by piece,
Yeah,
slowly
this
going
thing.
uphill. The prevailing winds were
Dog.
in this direction. And this one started to burn.
This is crazy,
At
bro.
8 p.m., it got to its garage by 9 p.m. By 9:45, that house that's still standing got some flames up under the eaves
Too bad.
where the vertical eaves are. There were embers in each, tucked in under each of those. And the front one spread to the corner of the house. And at 10 p.m., a Ventura County fire engine came and parked on the street, hooked up to that hydrant, and they had one of those hoses on top of the truck that shoot a long beam of water, and they doused that corner.
Dang.
This is so close because it's directly in front of your house.
And the
At this
winds
point,
were prevailing in this direction. It was soot and embers, and the reason I look the way I do is because I haven't washed. It's all still in my hair after a day of that debris. Wind.
and you were able to kind of save your house
I
too
saved my
collectively.
house. From the vegetation began. That palm started to burn, and I got it with a hose. And there's similar vegetation in the backyard that started to burn, and I got that with a hose too.
I mean, you were able to save your property, but you know, you lived here for almost 50 years.
Since 1977.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me about what
Yeah,
you
back
think
then you
your
could buy a
neighbors,
good
when they
house.
see this or when they come back to this.
I was trying to call them by telephone and let them know, so they wouldn't have that, you know, that anticipation of coming around the corner.
Long Beach.
and
What's
seeing
happening at
all
Long
the
Beach?
devastation. But my phones aren't working. My landline is out, and the electricity is out too. So I stayed up till about midnight. Oh, after that, the embers spread to this house, and then it went to the next one, and then down. So that this
Oh my
entire
God,
cluster
what
of
are
houses
these
was
takes?
from about after 11 p.m. They burned.
The heck is happening?
Thankfully, your house has survived, but you still, as a resident, have a lot of questions. When's the power gonna get back on, and all of these things,
that's
right?
for sure. I'd like to take a hot shower.
Do you have any plans on what you're gonna do now?
No plans right now.
Do you live alone?
Yeah.
Well, do you have someone you could call to maybe get a little help?
I'm not despondent. I'm okay. I just need time to think. I was hoping that electricity would be on its way.
All right. Well, unfortunately, there's so many down power lines all over the place.
Just as an illustration, if you look in that direction, the White House that you see was only visible to me from the middle of the upper windows. The houses that were in between here have cleared the view.
Well, Ted, thank you so much for sharing your timestamp by timestamp effect on what happened here.
It was
absolutely one of those devastating. Yeah, I mean, this is reality TV, and he witnessed it right in front of his eyes, and this is what you get in the morning. Just ash, rubble, some saved homes, some half-damaged homes, but it's going to take a lot of time for this area to recover. I'll send it back to you.
Thanks so much, Rena Nakano. And we are monitoring several fires now burning in Southern California. The very latest one, this Kenneth fire that is burning near Calabasas.
And as you see here, Pat, SkyCal is overhead, and our Mike Rogers at the desk is monitoring the very latest information for us. Mike?
Yeah, and this fire, according to the CAL FIRE's mapping page, is now nearly 800 acres, 791 acres in total, which is a pretty large amount of size for what we're looking at. What you're seeing on the right side of your screen is we wanted to pull some data. We talked about last night, remember, just how when I look at that map, how intense of amount of evacuations there are for our region. Our CBS News Confirmed team used census data to give us an exact idea of how many people are under those evacuation orders for all of them. And this is 331,000 people across Southern California.
Oh my God, 331,000 people
who use
just
census data,
evacuated.
mapping data to really give us an idea of that. 191,811 people we believe are under mandatory evacuations, and additional 139,524 are under voluntary evacuations. I want to put that into perspective for you. If you've ever been to SoFi Stadium or ever even really seen SoFi Stadium, that is enough to fill the SoFi Stadium at least 3 times worth of people that are under evacuation orders. We talked about Monday Night Football, speaking of SoFi Stadium, is being moved from SoFi to Arizona because of the concerns over the weather conditions and just everything that is going on here in Southern California. So you look at that 331,000 people roughly under an evacuation order of some sort here in Southern California, and that is enough to fill nearly 3 SoFi stadiums worth of people. So really puts it in perspective for you how many of our neighbors, how many of our community members are dealing with this evacuation order across Southern California. And again, the newer ones that we've been talking about in the Hidden Hills and Mountain View communities, Calabasas, the north end of that, Oak Park, Bell Canyon under voluntary evacuations, as we are looking at the Kenneth fire that we now know has burned 791 acres. Really remarkable the work that they were able to do on it and how quickly they were able to do that. I'm going to ask the control room if we can look at my computer, because something that is constantly I am in awe of is the amount of
I'm gonna
aircraft
end it
that
up
we
here.
have in the region right now to be able to help deal with these fires.
I'm gonna end it here. I'm tired. What the frick? Jeez. Yeah, that's about it.